Hey, I want to talk to you about the non-asset based carrier business model, which is the model that's used by FedEx Custom Critical. We are in Missouri, Eagleville, Missouri. We finished our pad testing. If you didn't see that video, I'll link it up here so that you can see it and you can check that out. We picked up a load in Minnesota. It's about to be really cold in Minnesota. They're talking about -50 with wind chill. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I don't want to stick around and find out. So I'm very glad that we are headed to Phoenix, Arizona. Loaded miles is about 1,700 miles. We had 600 miles of deadhead, paid very well. So we were on the load, picked it up. As of right now, we are still not T-Val qualified. I sent the temperature probes this morning to FedEx. They'll receive them tomorrow morning. And when they receive them, they'll check their data. And hopefully by the time we deliver this load tomorrow, it will be all taken care of. What I wanted to talk to you about today is the different types of business models that there are that carriers have. Now, I'm going to focus on just two. There may be more. I really don't know. I'm not going to get into it. Haven't given it much thought because I'm going to just focus on two. The business model that FedEx Custom Critical uses, there is a asset-based carrier and a non-asset-based carrier. What is the asset? The asset is vehicles, trucks. So there are companies such as some of the big ones that have company drivers, such as Swift, JB Hunt, Old Dominion, just to name a few. Squirrel, there's a horse and buggy. And these are asset-based carriers. Their business model is based on an asset base. So the asset being the vehicles. They own vehicles and they have drivers which are company drivers. They are employees, they receive W-2, and they are told what to do. So they're told, go get this load here, pick it up at this time, deliver it at this time. They're being told what to do, also known as forced dispatch. Now, there are companies that are non-asset based carriers. Now, what that means is a company like FedEx, Custom Critical, almost, I think every expediting company that I'm aware of is a non-asset based carrier. And what that means is they don't own any trucks. They own the business, the freight, and as FedEx owns the brand, FedEx and FedEx Custom Critical, they have plenty of customers. They've built the business of securing the freight through salespeople and other sources. And what they do is, like I said, they do not own any trucks. They have owner-operators and fleet owners that bring the trucks, lease them to FedEx for a percentage of what FedEx charges the customer for the load. So that percentage works something like this. FedEx charges the customer A for a load. The person that leases the truck to FedEx gets a percentage of that load. It's set as a minimum. So FedEx says, if I charge the customer A, I'm going to pay you a minimum of B to carry this load for us. Now, over here, since we're not forced dispatch, that number can change. We can negotiate loads with FedEx as drivers and owners, operators, and drivers who drive for fleet owners can negotiate rates. Sometimes these companies either have bid the lane low to gain the customer, or they're giving a discount for volume. And some of these loads pay less than is desirable for a certain truck or what a person wants to do the load for or what they think they should get paid for the load. So that rate can be negotiated. Now, what that does is FedEx might lose money on load A, B, and C and make money on D through Z. Freight is a game of averages. You're not going to make money on every single load. You're going to make money on averages, on what their average is throughout the year. Now, I'm getting a little bit off topic. The key to this is that they don't own any vehicles, non-asset-based carrier. So they don't own any vehicles. Neither does Panther, neither does Bolt, neither does V3, neither does a host of other carriers. One of the major ones is Landstar. Landstar is a major carrier. They don't own any vehicles. They are designed on a little bit different of a model where FedEx Custom Critical has all of their own dispatchers, and so does Panther. Landstar has agents around the United States that handle their loads and book just to Landstar. I'm not sure if they book to other carriers, but I know that some are exclusive. That is a difference over at Landstar. What we do is we have said that we are giving our vehicles, leasing our vehicles exclusively to FedEx for FedEx's freight and FedEx's freight only. They have outside qualified brokers. I've never, ever taken a load on this truck as it was not provided to me directly by FedEx. I do not know anybody that has ever taken a load at FedEx Custom Critical that was provided by somebody else other than FedEx. If you are a driver for FedEx Custom Critical, and if you have taken a load for somebody else that was approved by FedEx as a broker, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear the story because that's not something that I do. I run exclusively, our whole fleet runs exclusively just for loads that are provided by FedEx, and they keep us plenty busy. The cool thing about this business model is that they are not assuming any of the costs of purchasing the trucks, of maintaining the trucks, the breakdowns, or anything like that. Now, if we break down while we are on their load, FedEx will make sure that we're taken care of and make sure that road service is taken out to us or that a tow is sat to make sure that the load is taken care of. It's something that's provided. It's a customer service to us and a customer service to their What's interesting about this business, not only do they have their customers that are the people that are shipping freight with them, we as the truck owners are also a customer to FedEx because they're providing a service to FedEx. So it gets a little skewed and a little weird. It's not conventional as to a lot of businesses. So people who don't understand leasing don't understand. Now, this is not leasing as in there's truck companies like Prime and Swift and everything where you can become an owner-operator in their lease program where you pay a certain amount of payment on a weekly basis that covers your truck and your maintenance and all this other stuff. And this is not that. What this is, we are going to provide a truck for a minimum of a percentage based on the loads that you provide to us. If we don't like that amount that you charge the customer, at that point, we can enter a negotiation with FedEx Custom Critical and say, hey, we don't like this load. We don't like this price, but would you do it for this? At that point, it's up to FedEx. It's their customer. They are not obligated to just give us anything we want. It has to make good business sense to them, just like it has to be a good business decision for us. These are the things that some people don't understand about how our business works. So you've got the owner of the truck, which sometimes is just a single truck owner, operator, sometimes if there are solos out here, they're the ones that are successful are usually owner operators. There are owner operators that are running as husband and wife teams. There are owner operators that are running as same household teams. There are fleet owners that leases a fleet to FedEx Custom Critical. So the truck makes a percentage of whatever FedEx Custom Critical charges the customer. And then we get, as drivers, a percentage of that amount. So there's a bunch of tiers. Sometimes there are companies, brokers, that hire FedEx Custom Critical. So they get paid A for the load. Custom Critical charges them B for the load. They pay the truck C for the load. And then the driver gets paid D a percentage. So there's all these little percentages that go into it. So they are an aggregator of loads. They're collecting all these loads and then dispersing them out to a fleet of trucks that is leased to them. Our divisions at FedEx Custom Critical are broken up into two divisions. One is the surface fleet, which is a dry box fleet, and I do, which is the white glove division, which I'm sure you've seen by now, lots of videos on what that is. I hope that explains the non-asset-based carrier model. So FedEx Custom Critical, Panther Premium Logistics, PTL, a lot of these carriers out here, they're non-asset-based, including Landstar. They're non-asset-based carriers. They don't own any trucks. They own the loads. Other carriers, companies like Swift, like JB Hunt, like Old Dominion, like CR England, companies like that, they are asset-based carriers. They own trucks. They cover maintenance on the trucks. They cover repairs on the trucks. That's the difference between the two types of carriers that I'm talking about here today. I hope that explains it. Not a very long video today. Hope you liked it. If you like the content, give me a thumbs up, hit that like button. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day. Stay safe out there. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching the video. I hope that you found some information that you could use. If you're interested in more videos like this, check out this video right here. And if you're interested in expediting or trucking, or you have any questions, make sure you check out the link below.